this early alpha. Alright, so we're gonna be checking out Jump Space today. So this, my understanding, it's primarily focused on like multiplayer. You can play it solo, which is what I'm going to be doing. But it is a game where you like have your ship, it's got all its systems, they can get damaged and you have to repair them individually. You also like drop into these stations, go first person. And so it is a thing that would take a little bit of juggling your priorities. I have not played before. We're doing the first time now. But it's very mission-based. As opposed to, like, you don't just fly around in No Man's Sky and go from place to place. You'd be like, I'm agreeing to this mission.
It was 1 year after the machine incursion. Our small group of survivors were settled in a frozen wasteland, just beyond the reach of Legion scouts. We received a message from a resistance fleet.
Pilots, soldiers, engineers, anyone willing to stand and take the fight to the machines.
It was a long shot, but we decided our best chance of survival was to join them. You volunteered for the mission to make contact. But on the way, there was an ambush. You fought like a true Atiran, but the machines were too strong. Your ship caught fire and fell from the sky. We thought you were dead, crashing down on that asteroid. But not only did you survive, you brought something back. Something that was about to change everything.
Okay. So story. Like, it's a classic. AI turned against us. Our own weapons put humanity on the brink. And now we're just trying to survive against the machines. And we are forming a resistance to do that. Okay. Not noticing any motion blur. I have no weapons or anything.
This is the helmsman of the NSS Valkyrie. The crew has perished. Core extraction is imperative. Repeat. Crew has perished. Extraction is imperative.
Investigate the source of the distress signal. Oh, we can double jump. Okay.
Entity outside of the ship. If you are sentient, approach and present yourself for scan. Interesting. You're an Atiran. Undoubtedly a survivor from the nearby crash. You have found yourself in quite a predicament, stranded here on this forsaken rock. I am in a similar situation. However, if we work together, maybe there is a way for us to escape. I have a proposition for you, Atiran. Meet me in the core room at your earliest convenience.
I'm assuming she's a robot. They are using a robotic voice, but it doesn't sound like AI. It sounds like a deliberately robotic voice. Okay, so we got a grappling hook.
The Valkyrie has been resting here for a long time. Admittedly, she has seen better days. You will need to find an alternate route.
Okay, so we got a lot of mobility. So that's good news. Hey, Allison! Thank you so much for the raid and all that. Welcome in, Raiders.
There should be a path to the core room through that vent.
Was playing some Satisfactory. I hope you had a good time with Satisfactory. How are you doing on that, by the way? Jay? Okay. For those that don't know, Allison Adventures is absolutely a fantastic content creator. Plays a lot of similar games to us, but does, like, been doing, you know, RimWorld and Project Zomboid, Vintage Story, Satisfactory, and a whole bunch. Today we're checking out Jump Space, which is a bit different from my normal content. I do a lot of simulation and a lot of,
Welcome to my chambers, Atiran.
1 second.
Please, step forward so we may talk.
But, you know, I've done like a lot of factory automation, simulation, survival crafter, tycoon, city builder, settlement builders, all that good stuff. So definitely, you like their content, you'll probably like ours. And if you like our content, you'll probably like theirs. Pretty straightforward. You got nuclear, but you're suffering from fluctuating problems. Might need to plug in rocket fuel, not sure. Phase 4, no tier research left. Everything is going to phase 5. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, no, that's nuclear was a fun one to set up. Yeah, so to catch up to what's going on, we're just in the very introduction of all this. It's the classic story of we made a bunch of robots, we gave them guns, and now humanity is on the brink trying to survive. So very, very Terminator. We are a spacefaring people and all that, and yada yada. And a resistance has formed, and they're like, yeah, let's take it to the robots. We went to make contact with the resistance, and we got shot down. So we're going to be checking this game out and seeing where this goes.
Considering most machines seem to have succumbed to a virus, I understand your hesitation in trusting my kind. But believe me when I say, I am not like most machines. You and I are in a position to help each other, Atiran. I need you to bring me to a more space-worthy vessel. And you need me to calculate the coordinates of a safe jump out of here. Only together can we leave this place. Can we work together, Atiran? Unsocket me if you accept. Wise choice. Over the countless cycles of my exile here, I've registered multiple ship-to-ground impacts in the vicinity. If fortune is with us, one of those vessels may have a jump drive in operational condition. Bring me close to those crash sites, Atiran, so I can assess the damage.
Okay, so it opened the door. It's an interesting key binding. Keep in mind, I do not use a QWERTY keyboard. So, like, U, for example, is for you.
Scanning. This vessel is unfortunately beyond our ability to repair. We must continue our search.
But yeah. And this game does it correctly where they don't go the C button does this. They go the button in position 37 does that. Dvorak, yes.
Detecting hostile jump signatures. You should keep a low profile.
Yeah, now Dvorak is just a keyboard layout, more focused on like software development, that kind of thing. Like all the vowels are on the left hand, home row, most common consonants on the right.
I haven't seen anything like it for a very long time. I assume the humans of this age were ill-equipped to deal with something so advanced. My condolences for the countless losses you must have endured.
It's weird having sympathy from a robotic voice. Yep, QWERTY was designed intentionally to keep commonly used keys away from each other, because they block many typewriters. Yeah. So where it's like, it's true and untrue that it's by design inefficient. Like it wasn't deliberately made with the intention of being inefficient, but by the nature of what they did deal with.
This ship seems to have managed a somewhat controlled landing. I detect the signature of a functioning jump drive. Approach with caution.
But yeah. Yeah, it was designed to keep keys from jamming, which is not relevant anymore. And I'm not even saying like Dvorak is the layout you should use. There's like Dvorak, there's
I
Workman.
don't sense any life forms on board. We have the ship to ourselves. Bring me to the core room so I can run diagnostics.
But yeah, so there is a lot of argument to be made for one layout over the other and all that. And it's not that like don't use QWERTY.
Please install me into the core
You know, it's
interface.
familiar. Like it's familiar and all that kind of stuff. So it is just one of those things that if you already spent the time to learn QWERTY, would I be like, oh yeah, you should absolutely switch? Probably not. But like for me, my motivation of switching was to prevent carpal tunnel syndrome and repetitive stress injury, which is a type. Carpal tunnel is a type of that. Just because software development, doing all that stuff, typing all the time. Yep. It was a genuine concern. And I'm happy I made the switch, but it definitely felt like baby's first typing lessons for like the first week there of being like just trying to make it work. Yeah, so for me, I can't really show it on camera. My keyboard has no letters on it, which is something I might not recommend. I wanted to make sure that when I learned, I was 100% without question touch typing. But yeah, no, it's definitely It took me about 3 months to get back to where I was with QWERTY. To get back to my typing speed, and then I got much faster. Not be like, oh, just don't do it faster, but significantly faster. Wasn't it designed to slow down typing on mechanical keyboards? It wasn't specifically to slow down typing on mechanical keyboards. When you're dealing, or not mechanical keyboards, with a mechanical typewriter, there's the little arms. So for those who don't know how a typewriter works, you push a button, it hits an actuator, and it takes a little arm that's got a little stamp on it, and it slaps a ribbon against the piece of paper. And that, puts the thing on the paper. So what would happen, though, is if you had letters that were too common nearby each other, like keys like E and S, if both those arms went too close together, they could snag on each other. And then you'd have a jam, you'd have to stop typing, you have to, get the little arms apart, it could damage the typewriter over time. And so you wanted to deliberately move stuff like E and S and T as far apart as you could from each other. That way, if you're hitting them close to each other, the arm coming from the far right and the far left, even if they go back to back to back, it's fine. Because they're also hitting roughly just almost at the exact same spot, because each time you type it shifts the paper over just one letter's width. And all that. So yeah. But the result was it was less efficient from just the typing side of it.
I am damaged and in need of repair. Please, there's a repair kit nearby. Pick it up and insert into the console.
Okay. So we're learning to repair our ship.
Core system stable. Life support system engaged. Jump drive operational. Sensors active. Engine failure detected. It seems the sublight engines need replacing. You can construct a replacement, but you need materia. Given the scattered debris, you should be able to find materia nearby. The ship's sensors are active. Use the sensor terminal to scan for the materia we need. There is a large materia cache here. However, I'm detecting active defense systems in the area. You will need to arm yourself in order to perform safe retrieval. There is an assembler in the cargo bay. Please use it to construct a multi-tool. Make sure you have enough materia first.
Okay. So yeah, so I pick up those glowing thing, they give me materials. And then when you get the materials, I can craft things. Not a big shocker in that one. There's ammunition loader. The problem you have with a blank keyboard is that you did a full cleaning of your keyboards the first time, with the realization only once you got reassembled that there's 5 standard key shapes. Yep. Yep, your keys between the different rows are slightly different from each other in a lot of keyboards, to make the layout fit your hands better. But if you do take everything off, it can be exciting. Alright, so for the engine, I would need a bunch more stuff. So we're making ourselves a multi-tool.
Skillfully done. That tool will be your safeguard. Now focus on retrieving the materia.
Alright, so apparently we need to get materials to fix our engines. It appears I have
Don't worry
infinite
about
ammo.
stepping over the edge into zero gravity. Your suit is equipped with thrusters. Having been bound to this rock for so long, I do find your mobility enviable. Trust me on this. You should never take such gifts for granted.
I don't think gravity ends that quickly. The multi-tool I was using yesterday was stronger. I don't know if that's true. I just popped it with one bullet and exploded it.
Tread carefully. Active defense systems register on my scans.
Okay, there's no lean. Alright.
This should contain enough materia to build an engine. Now return it to the ship so we can begin the engine's construction. I have activated the teleportation system. Recall yourself to the ship when ready.
Okay. Yeah, so it looks like we get cargo that when I grab it... Oh yeah, I can see... Actually, I'm covering it up. It's got a big thing that says heavy over the container. Let me try moving myself. I'm gonna have to move myself. Ah, it's fine. The only thing you're missing is... One second. I feel like this is gonna be one of those games that no matter where I put myself, I'm gonna be in the way, but let's try adjusting it real fast. So let's unlock you and shift you over. And honestly, for the mobile one, I'm not gonna worry about it. It basically just says heavy. And when it says heavy, it looks like I cannot carry or do anything else. That seems safe.
The materia has been transferred to the ship's tank. You can now use it to construct a new engine at the assembler. The component needs to be installed in the engine room. Please go there and find the install point.
This is an engine? I don't think it is.
The engine is compromised. It requires materia infusion to be repaired. You've done admirably. Just one last task. Direct power to the drives, and then we shall set course.
I'm not going to remember this.
Engines are operational. I am granting you access to the ship's controls now. The pilot
This is
seat
gonna
yours
go
when ready.
bad.
Captain.
This is gonna go real bad. Because that's a lot of involved systems. And I'm sure I'm gonna have to do those in a fight.
The corrupted machines have deployed a jump space disruption beacon nearby. Its pulses prevent me from plotting a jump. It must be destroyed. Tread swiftly, Atiran. Its destruction could alert forces nearby.
Okay, so boost is real short.
This is close enough. You can board the structure from here. You can use one of the ejection tubes to exit the ship quickly.
Okay. Ejection tubes. Ejection tubes. Alright. Well, we're just beginning. Alright. So, okay, so they don't have drops or anything as far as I can see. Not seeing anything else of value here.
Well done. Now, without delay, set our bearings on the navigator panel and let us finally leave this place.
Okay. So it looks like what would happen is you would need enough people with you to do that. Where is in? And this is where, like, the multiplayer aspect goes. If you notice, there's the pods here, like, all over the place, that you could have people all pop out and rush whatever the objective is, or do whatever it is that needed.
Destination secured. Processing trajectory. Return to the pilot seat and initiate the jump. Primed for jump. Awaiting your directive, Captain.
Oh, there is no... Oh, you are real touchy.
It's an ambush. You have to neutralize the hostile ships before you can jump. Materia, that's all of them. Good job. Leak detected. You need to repair it before we can leave. It should be on the exterior hull. Perfect. The thruster fuel line has been repaired. We can now perform a jump. You can expect ship components to take damage like this during combat.
Okay.
If you leave them in a critical state for too long, they'll break apart.
Alright, so just showing the status of things. I expect this to go real badly. So first of all, I need to turn down the sensitivity. I touch that thing to turn, the ship just goes whoa. Let's see. Pilot sensitivity. Yeah, let's take you down to, that might be too low. But that, okay, that's way better. It's still a little touchy.
You and I are Tyrann. Should you seek to stop the corruption virus, I believe I know where we must go. But we may need to stop the ship first.
You do a little nifty dash jump? Yeah. Alright. So we got some stuff there. So you can definitely see where the multiplayer aspect comes into this. Because it seems like you'd still be...
You are one tough bastard. I thought we had lost you. What in the serpents did you fly back in? I've seen scrap piles in better flying condition than this.
The ship needs structural repairs, but her core systems are functional.
Are you mad? Is that a helmsman core?
I can assure you I am not a threat. The corrupted machines would end my existence if they found me, just as they would yours. Cooperation is the best course of action. You can trust me.
Well, we're not exactly in a position to turn down help. I just hope we won't regret it. Glad to have you back.
Too much micromanagement for one person? Yeah, and I was gonna say, is it seems like you grip onto the ship while you're running around. So I could see where you're running around in the fight and someone is running to the outside of the ship, like, you know, doing the Star Wars R2-D2, like stuck on the ship and trying to repair the ship as it's actively in the fight. I could see the allure from that. It is going to be a lot for me to handle on my own, just because, you know, if I lose an important system in the fight while I'm fighting, I gotta get out of the seat and try and patch it up and hope we don't take too much damage during that time. Obviously, if it's not critical, you don't worry about it. Okay.
Good morning. Hope you've had time to recover. I've gained some insight on the corruption virus, and I know where we must go next. Come find me by the galaxy map when you're ready.
My message?
This is a message to all survivors. The machines took our worlds, our homes. They think we're broken. They are wrong. The Aterian resistance is rising, and we are building a fleet to take back what's ours. We need pilots, soldiers, engineers, anyone willing to stand and take the fight to the machines. With Atir as your guide, you'll know where to find us. This is Commander Storge with the Aterian Resistance Coalition.
Okay. Now I'm not gonna actually invite... Yep. But as you'd expect, if I hit C, it pulls up like my Steam thing where I can invite friends. I do not have others planned to play right now. This is a game that I've intended to check out for a while and kept putting off, and, you know, That's the whole thing. Okay, so the active mission is to join the Resistance. And all that.
It's simple. If we go after the Legion, we have a small but non-zero chance of success, making it the superior alternative to doing nothing.
Not everything can be reduced to simple math, Iris.
That's an interesting point of view.
Is it an interesting point of view? I feel like, hey, there is a you will die for certain, or you will probably die. You know, you will probably die is significantly better.
Good to see you.
Let's see.
It's unbelievable to me that we have an actual working Helmsman Corps. The level of technology is so far beyond my comprehension. Who knows what her agenda truly is deep inside that ancient Ilmari mind?
I had to test.
She claims to want to help us. For all our sakes. Let's hope she means it.
How do you do? Hi there. I believe you and I haven't met before, have we? Allow me to introduce myself. I am BUD3, but you can call me Buddy.
That's a side project I'm working on. Iris showed me how to shield his processing unit from the corruption virus.
Let's travel together. I can assist you with any number of things. Need a fire put out? Buddy's your bot, facing some Legion trash on or off the ship. Fret not, Buddy's got your proverbial 6, as they say.
Easy there, buddy. He's not fully featured yet. I still have a few quirks to iron out. Bring him along on your missions. He's not a replacement for a real crew member.
Hey, that hurts my feelings, you know.
But he can help out whenever you decide to fly solo.
Okay, so we have a robot assistant to help when you are solo.
You fly them, I repair them.
Okay, so it looks like we're gonna get different ships because I've got the C3 catamaran. There's another one here. They have like a Mark 1 and all that. We could customize the ship. All the colors seem very muted. Sure, why not? So I can preview the upgrade. So it would mean less unprotected power, more protected power. So it's uninstalled from... Oh, okay. Okay, so this is stuff I actually have installed on my ship. So I would put this on my ship and it would be present when I go to the other side. It's a little bit of a confusing UI there.
Good, you are here. I have managed to trace the origin of the corruption virus to the galactic center. If we seek a way to stop the legion of corrupted machines, that is where we must go.
Look, disregarding the fact that going to the galactic center is absolutely crazy, the ship you brought back is barely holding together. If we want to accomplish anything at all, we first need to focus on restoring the ship.
Hard to argue with that. Let me know what you need to restore the ship, and I will highlight some suitable targets on the galaxy map.
Restore the ship part 1. Complete a salvage run.
The new ship is good bones, but I need some common items in order to restore her to fully working condition. Most wrecks out there should have what I'm looking for.
So it looks like it's select this region. We have unknown missions. I'm going to just choose to start from... Oh, I have to choose this one.
Jump vector to target.
Okay.
Very well.
I guess I've
Mission
selected it.
timed. We can head out whenever you are ready.
Alright, so I found our melee button. Yeah, as you can see, it's very, very mission-based. Feels weird that I'm right time zone for Rual stream. Alright. So this will be our first, like, actual mission, I believe. As opposed, like, the pre-log was doing that.
The wrecks we want to salvage are in a sector a few jumps away from here. Once you're prepared, let's make our way over there and look for those resources. But be warned, I'm detecting Legion signatures in the target sector.
My capabilities are limited for now, but I know Barrett has plans for substantial upgrades going forward.
Okay. So, Galaxy Map Relay. So, Legion signatures in all three. Contains a map fragment. So, I guess we're going here. I'm assuming if you're not sitting down, you either get seriously hurt or die. Yes, that basically they let you do a choosing of the path, kind of like, what is the game I'm trying to think of? Faster, or FTL, Fast and Light.
I detect a jamming signal emanating in the area. We can't leave until it's been taken offline.
I'm seeing something on our scanners.
Okay, gotta remember that our boost is really limited.
Materia collected. Empty collectors to retrieve it.
Emptying materia filters.
Okay, so bot's gonna run around and do that stuff. Now we'll announce when they're done, or just is that good?
Locked and loaded.
Okay, so let's see what this actually was. And it looks like I might have limited ammo. I guess I'm getting out to look at it.
Got your six, as they say. Great shot. Bringing it back to the ship.
Okay. So we have highly valuable stuff there.
No problem. I'll fetch that for you. No problem at all. I can carry that to the ship.
Alright, I've apparently got a railgun now.
Found a galaxy chart. Bring it back to the hangar for analysis. With more, we'll unlock new regions.
Okay. So yeah, I did notice chunks of the ship are just straight up debris and all that. That's all cool. I don't really know where I'm taking this. 'Cause that's outside the ship, wherever that is. That blue area is holding is your item holding area? Yeah. There's a combat station for someone to control the guns. You can also have someone work the sensors. There's the second station where people work the sensors. Oh, you just need to carry it on to the end of the mission? Okay, because I was looking for like a terminal to plug it into or something. Alright, well I got the giant gun. That covers up a third of my screen. Cool. Give me that.
Materia collected. Empty collectors to retrieve it.
Purging.
Alright. So it seems like what they're doing is to kind of hand wave the stuff you'd normally have the other crew do, that Buddy takes care of, and it doesn't seem like Buddy's actually doing it, as far as I could tell. It just kind of, you know, gives you credit for it being done.
Never fret, Buddy's right behind you.
So it looks like there might be an opening over there. Oh, maybe I could just go in from the bottom entirely?
Hostile forces detected.
Just an anchor point over there, that'll probably work. That'll take getting used to. Because like you go in and out of gravity. It's also hard to tell which cases are in play that I can loot and which cases are just things for cover or whatever. Yeah, like that door just looks like a texture. That door just looks like a texture. Those panels look like they do something that I've yet to figure out. It almost looks like this area is set up to be crowded with cover and all that for being in a fight. I just have yet to see something to fight.
Very nice shot. Looks like it's time to dance. Area secured. No more targets.
Okay. Alright, so there's like a whole landing pad and everything over on that side I could have come in at.
self-destruct sequence. I've marked the first set. Destroy them.
Okay. And the reason I'm grabbing this instead of the railgun is that railgun has a charge up time, so it's probably going to be the better one when you have something that's a big target. That, you know, I'm going to be able to like pop from behind cover, charge up the shot, and then get the hit off.
Time to take out the trash. Took out the trash. Very nice shot.
Railgun looks like it only has 4 shots. Yeah.
Exterminate all Legion trash. Great job.
Yeah, so that's the exact type of thing that it looks like you save the railgun for.
Great job.
Additional power conduits exposed.
One less to worry about.
Okay.
Time to take out the trash. A fine shot indeed.
So you're getting worn down here, unfortunately.
Take that, you dirty machine. Looks like it's time to dance.
Trying to go faster, because they are just endlessly spawning. You're slowly being picked away at.
Have at you, Legion scum.
The way those arrows are showing up, it's getting really hard to tell where things are.
A fine shot indeed. Exterminate all Legion trash.
Good. You can now activate the self-destruct sequence. It will also give you access to their vault room, so grab what you can before it's leaving.
Alright.
There we go. You've managed to gain access to the vault room. Go in and grab what you can, but be quick. The self-destruction sequence has already begun. Grab what you can and get a move on. The clock is ticking. You don't want to be here when it explodes.
Okay, that's all they had. I was hoping to like slingshot myself. I was hoping to slingshot myself off of the ship into the air. Okay, put an asteroid between us because I have no context.
Drive jammer disabled. You can now proceed to the next sector.
Okay. Just want to see how far we go. Alright, interact. So next we have the asteroid cluster. And that implies I'm going to have a fight on this one. Is there an option to make Buddy talk less? Audio. Probably speech thing. The problem is that's probably also affecting our little person who's like, you need to be doing this. Let's see. You can make an SMG on your ship if you're struggling without a proper weapon. Oh yeah, no, I'm okay with what we got. But yeah, keep in mind this is a very, very early version of the game. So yeah, it does seem like with Buddy, they probably need to tone down how much he talks, or give him more lines or something.
This is where we'll find the parts we've been looking for. Just don't end up like the other wrecks floating around. Grab what you can and bring it aboard so we can get out of here.
Our scans reveal some...
Stuff?
Why, yes. How did you know?
Okay, we've got a weak fighter. Alright, so we got a bunch of stuff. Let's go wide left a little bit. Just to make sure I'm not flying through the middle of them.
Weapons hot. Time to dance.
Okay, so trying to back up with the shit is pretty worthless.
Target acquired.
Materia collected. Empty collectors to treatment.
Clearing out the materia filters. That one was for you, Iris.
You know just what a core wants, buddy. Nice shot.
Alright. I think I'm going to start by trying to clear out all the enemies.
Materia collected. Empty collectors to retrieve it.
Entering the combat station.
Materia collected. Empty collectors to retrieve it.
Not to boast, but did you see that shot?
Okay, was that all of them?
Materia
I thought there was one more.
Empty collectors to retrieve it.
Okay.
Parking procedure initiated.
Clearing out the materia filters.
Parking procedure complete.
Alright, so we've got that all
What can I
sorted.
do for you?
And it definitely, no shocker, appears that the person sitting in the gunner seat gets way, way, way more damage than the person piloting the ship. I have just a little
Bitter end if need be.
bit of damage.
Hostile forces detected. Great shot. Looks like it's time to dance.
Okay. So pistol's accuracy, even when you
Crash detected.
spam it pretty aggressively, is still pretty decent. Imagining the big takeaway is that its damage is probably just terrible compared to, any of the other weapons, because it's supposed to be your fallback. I'm out of everything else. But honestly, the railgun, for as long as its charge-up time was, didn't leave me particularly impressed.
No problem at all. Absolutely. I can carry that to the ship.
Good find. Get that back to the ship, then keep looking for more.
Alright. I'm gonna leave that right by the door. The thought being, get the stuff there, and then I can just zip line back and forth and load it up real quick. And I'm hoping, even if I don't put in, like, the storage spot of the ship. Okay, so just the two pieces.
New component found. Install it and try it out. Return it to the hangar for analysis and upgrades. Component installed.
Joining the on-foot expedition.
Okay. So I've got the salvage. We run this to wherever our place in here is.
That's a start. Leave it on the ship and keep searching.
Where was my power grid? It was around here somewhere. Yeah, and you go down here and you do assembly and all that. You can open, close the window. Okay. That's mildly concerning. Somewhere down here was where I could manage the power systems. It's fine. I'll worry about it later. I'm gonna run around and whatever concerns timers are all that are gonna happen because I'm busy fussing with trying to find my way around the ship.
Initiating takeoff.
In the very back? Yeah, I can check that in a minute. Because basically it's complaining that I add a special weapon and it's not actually powered right now. Okay, so I do have a dedicated park site
Procedure initiated.
that you can do.
Parking procedure complete.
Okay. Alright, let's fix that. Let's fix that real fast. Okay, so way in the back. That's the split reactor. And we have to find a different way to get around. You just went past it? Okay, we got all this. Got that machine. Because I have where I can remove the reactor. There it is. Yeah, okay. So we would need to grab you. Jump drive, sector scanner, drift pulse, fragment cannon, assault turrets. And this would be the Lance railgun. And I'm assuming if I have only halfway, it doesn't do anything, because that's makes sense. So something is not going to fit here. And sadly, I can't mirror it, so it's just going to shove there. Alright, so I turned off my assault turrets and I gave him a railgun. Is that a good idea? I have no idea. Are we going to find out? Maybe.
I'm with you to the bitter end if need be.
There's actually a good chance if I had switched which side those are on, it probably does fit.
We'll give them no quarter. Very nice shot.
Okay.
Great shot.
I'm assuming that's our SMG. I think that's out. Let's grab the scrap because Buddy can't seem to carry it.
That's the last one. We've got what we need. Time to go.
Alright. So now we go and put this right here.
Initiating takeoff.
Alright. So from here I should be able to go there. And select the area to escape to. Alright. But I can definitely see this is probably a really fun game to play with other people. Because I imagine as the missions get properly hard, you'd be juggling around really fast, like, you know, have people fixing the ship, having people like running out and fighting the enemies. You've got two different gun ports, so you'd have people trying to cover both sides. You would definitely die to greed. Liking the look of this so far? Yeah. Now keep in mind this is a very early version of this game. So we always get a title after each one, so we had Crafter in the last one, this one we had Destroyer.
Found a new component. Install it and try it out.
Okay.
How's it going? Great. This is almost everything we need to repair the ship. Good job.
Okay. So manage the ship.
I repair them.
And a oh, we have interior. Honestly, I want to make a light just so I can see. Alright.
All we need now to restore the ship are some drift stabilizers. Unfortunately, they are harder to come by.
I have been able to find drift stabilizer entries in the cargo manifests of some crashed freighters. The reason for the crashes is unknown, but Legion involvement is very likely. You should expect heavy resistance.
This is going to be a tough one. Please, be careful out there.
Okay.
Absolutely. I'll install that for you.
Alright, so we have an upgrade cost to all of these. Yeah, so you can make better ones. We'll have more spots to swap in. I have 3 of whatever the M currency is. Apparently there's auxiliary generators. I assume that's if we take damage. Okay, and that's just the stuff we've got accomplished. Yeah, so you only manage. There's not like a shop here, as far as I can see. And what are you?
Hey, how's it going? When Barrett asked me to do this, I thought being the quartermaster would be easy. But then I realized we don't have any supplies at all. Even when I occasionally meet up with traders, I have nothing to trade for. Look, whenever you are out there, please try to haul back as much loot as possible. Everything is valuable. I'll make sure it gets to people who need it.
Okay, so bring home 200 credits worth of salvage.
Let me know what you need.
Okay, so you got these. Change your suit color. Alright. Helmet main color and all that. The main color, gonna make it match. Secondary color, give it a gray. Visor color. I wish the colors weren't so washed out. Like, I get they want to give it a worn look, but that there's, like, no vibrancy whatsoever. Still.
Hey, you're back!
Do you do anything?
What? Oh, it's you. You have one of the mythical helmsman cores. We label them such because for a long time we used them simply as jump space navigators. That is, until we realized that most of them can't be trusted. Whoopsie! Of course, navigation wasn't their original purpose. The Telmari built them to oversee all aspects of the Empire's operations. Many of them were lesser cores made for simple tasks, such as governing a planet or star system. I believe Iris is not one of those. She was built with some much more grand purpose in mind. What that purpose was, only she would know.
Cool, man. I get it. You're trying to be like, robot is sus.
I've marked some opportunities that may be worth exploring.
Okay. So we have a couple of missions here. This is crashed cargo retrieval mission. So we have Iris detected a freighter containing vital resources we need. Approach the crash site, enter the freighter, retrieve the cargo, but beware, the Legion expected to be guarding the area. And we also have crashed cargo retrieval. Iris has detected a freighter containing vital cargoes we need. Approach the crash site, enter the freighter, retrieve the cargo, but beware, the Legion is expecting. So both of these appear to be on the ground. Both so that's a challenge 2 easy and a challenge 1 trivial. Rewards-wise, the only significant difference is whatever that M material is, it gives double. Since I am on my own, I'm going to try the trivial one first.
Very well.
And we'll see what that goes.
Prepared for jump when you are ready.
Because I am operating solo, I can't strategize with anyone else. So I can't do something like, I'm going to do a flanking maneuver. There's no one to flank maneuver with. What's the game? So the game we're playing is Jump Space. It is very early access, but so far I've been pretty impressed. It's not something I could see myself streaming a lot, only because it is very outside my normal content. So it's not really a good fit for the channel. And it definitely feels like multiplayer is heavily in mind.
Stopped in a sector a few jumps ahead. It's the opportunity for us to intercept it. Once you're prepared, let's start jumping toward the target sector. Hopefully, the Legion won't see us coming.
Okay, yeah, so I should be able to move this to make this better. So what we can do, we can drop you. We can drop you. We can move you. Move you. Move you. Put you in. You go there. Okay, we got everything powered up. When I did a whole second one, it gave me a second one. It's fine. Okay, so we have a facility that is heavily fortified, controlled by the Legion. We need to go on foot to clear them out. Heavily fortified, controlled by Legion. We need to go on foot to clear them out. That would give me credits. That'd give me components. The Legion signatures detect this area. Stay vigilant. I am curious about the heavily fortified thing. All right. And I imagine over time we'll make our ship better and all that. You've been playing No Man's Sky a lot, and just like the lack of loading screens. Yeah.
There's a facility up ahead holding valuable assets, but its security systems are still active. You'll need to perform an override to get inside.
Okay, so we do have an airborne target. We'll deal with the gunship first. Okay, so we'll take fire from the base. Let's deal with the gunship first. I'm worried if I don't deal with the gunship first while I'm down there, it'll attack my ship. And I'll be in the awkward position of not being at the ship and needing to defend it.
Materia collected. Empty collectors to retrieve it.
Okay.
Emptying materia filters.
But yeah, no, it's very clearly this is a thing where you set up, do a mission, you have your different scenarios, because also like this is clearly got a lot of handcrafted and all that going on compared to the procedural generation of No Man's Sky, and the level of detail in the areas is much higher than No Man's Sky. And that's not to say like one's better than the other. It's for the style of game this is, having your own handcrafted stuff is going to get you more distance and all that than all that. All right, so we got to get in here.
It seems that this facility has initiated a lockdown protocol. Anticipate resistance as you proceed.
Bringing it back to the ship.
Okay, so we got a shield thing that we're bringing back.
Great shot.
Okay, so this is a game that... Okay, when we reload, we just take the ammo. It's not one of those games that, like, you dump a half-full magazine and whatever was wasted kind of thing. It's the classic reload. It just make number go down.
We need to get through this gate. You must initiate a security protocol override to open it.
Area secured. No more targets.
Okay, before I do that, take a quick little look around. Just in case there's any more goodies up here. That really makes me want to interact with it. Alright. Not looking like we got anything else. Most likely with the fact that these are going to be missions and a lot of them are going to be under a time pressure later. Like, what I would guess happens later is that once you spend too long in an area, like, reinforcements will show up, and... That's cool. Okay, so I'm gathering we're running up and down all this junk when this kicks off.
Hostiles incoming. You need to fight them off until the override is completed.
Enemies incoming.
Basically went here so I don't have to worry about being attacked from anywhere but directly in front.
Ground targets approaching. No more crash detected.
Progress halted. You need to perform a manual bypass to proceed.
Time to take out the trash.
Okay, up here.
Take that, you dirty machine.
All right. Yeah, and I could see this being a really fun kind of event to do with friends, because like one of you goes like, hey, I'll cover the enemies, like the other one runs off to deal with their stuff.
System malfunction identified. A manual bypass is required.
A fine shot indeed. One less to worry about.
Okay. All right. Can't skip AB day or ab day if you want to remain in the right position for running vertically. That's what I was thinking. All the games you can like run up a wall, I'm like, okay, gravity's still a thing. Sure, my boots might stick to the wall, but like
A manual bypass is required.
the rest of me is still being pulled by gravity.
Time to take out the trash.
Like straight up and down would be not the worst. Like if you're running on the ceiling, it'd be weird and hard to run like that.
You can leave some for me too, you know.
But sideways, it'd be like planking, except using ankle strength.
Time to take out the trash.
System malfunction identified. A manual bypass is required.
Enemies incoming.
All right. And that's when the robots learn to just put the device up with no anchor points. You just gotta stare at it way up there.
Great shot.
Progress halted. You need to perform a manual bypass to proceed.
It's just a whole event where it's like, okay, you push the button and they just make you run around while enemies spawn.
It's time to dance.
That way you can't just hide in some corner with the right weapons to cover the door. You haven't seen that sort of transition before? I've seen a few games. It does it really well though. I've seen other games where it's
The jammer.
a bit more dodgy. Like it's a very well done transition. The game's done really solidly on having just really good mobility. You know, you got double jump, you got the grapple. A lot of games, the grapple feels real clunky. This game, it feels really smooth. We just kind of zip along.
No problem. I'll fetch that for you. No problem at all. I can carry that to the ship. Absolutely.
Can I?
Jump drive jack is in. You can now proceed to the next sector.
Okay.
New component found. Install it and try it out. Return it to the hangar for analysis and upgrades.
Okay, so you got cargo transporter things on the outsides of your ship to, like, just kick the stuff back over here. So ship repair kit, shield, ship shield unit can be installed in the shield's hull to increase the ship's health. We have artifacts, large ship repair kit, fragment cannon, biofission generator.
Component installed.
Oh, so that gave us an auxiliary generator. We got a fragment cannon down here. I think the hardest part for me is just remembering where to get around the ship. Okay, so we're kind of down here, so we gotta go up. There's gonna be another place to get down around here somewhere. I'm not sure I can get to that spot yet. Because you got that destroyed wall there. You're here. Oh, it's outside. I see. Yeah, I'm just not reading. So fragment cannon. Oh, I see. Yes, they already have a fragment cannon there. So this is the spare. And if we assume those things can get damaged, having a spare could always be a thing. There's also a possibility I'm not aware of another place I could put it. Either way, so we got ourselves new stuff there. Let's take a look at our power room real fast. Which I think was over here. So, oh, it's over there. Yeah, so I got more power available. I don't think I'll be able to make this happen where we can do both. Yeah, I don't think I can make the other railgun fit. Not seeing a configuration, I think I can make that work. Yeah, because I've got, if we look at this, I've got 6 tiles open, and that takes 7, so no matter what configuration we go, I can't have it all. That's fine. No enemy presence detected. You could use this as a respite, perform repairs when you plan your next move.
Initiating takeoff.
Okay.
Preparing to enter jump space.
Because, yeah, so it looks like we can get a bunch of salvage and all that. And it does look like they do have deliberately, like, during a mission break period, you can be like, okay, you just got into a big fight, your ship might be pretty trashed, and people gotta patch it up. they've kind of got natural, like...
No major threats detected on sensors. We should be free to explore the nearby area.
Scanners are detecting something.
Yeah, so you got a place that you could sit here and have your people patch up the ship, reorganize stuff. So like if you got like some major
Procedure initiated.
like major upgrade kind of thing.
Parking procedure complete.
All right.
Never fret, Buddy's right behind you. Hurrah! We win the day.
Stick the pistol for now. I'm getting low on ammo. Okay.
Look over here. Check over here.
I've suddenly forgotten my flashlight and trying to use the flashlight controls from other games. I see.
I can carry that to the ship.
So you can get like a ammo locker. So I'm assuming if you're going to be someplace you have a protracted fight, you could drop that on the ground so everyone could top off their ammunition during the fight. Or like if you've been fighting for a while and you're starting to really run low on resources. But unfortunately when you're holding it, you're holding it. So that'd be another like having people have like high firepower or high ammo consumption weapons. Have someone be your ammo mule. The light is rather weak. Yeah, I find that true of so many games. That seems like so many games are afraid to give you a usable flashlight for some reason. Like, it's better than nothing, but that's usually as far as it goes. I never really understood why that is such a thing.
No problem at all.
Rual poof? I'm not seeing anything about disconnection. Anyone else having problems? Okay. Okay, cool, cool. Because normally when it drops, I see a bunch of stuff to help me know. This looks like almost the exact same design we just went through. I don't think I went... Is this literally just two doors to the same place? No, it's just two of them that are exact identical.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, it's two areas that looked almost identical, is what it was. Because it went in that one, and then this one is separate. It's 1.2 kilometers, and even running through here doesn't show it closer. Okay, so I got another thing up there. Alright. I can also imagine the frustration while you're in the middle of a fight and something breaks and you have people running around your ship and doing stuff, that waiting to like hit the airlock and like the second or two before you're allowed to do something else while you wait for the airlock to cycle, I can feel the palpable stress of you're trying to get something done and it's just in the way.
I'm with you to the bitter end if need be. Bringing it back to the ship.
All right. Yeah, being that there's like no meaningful threats here, it's not surprising that there's not a ton of goodies for us to grab. Okay. I also wonder if you get the other ships if they're significantly different from each other. Because that could be both a good and a bad thing of, you get on a new ship and now you gotta figure your way around the new ship. Do we see anything else that we picked up on our sensors? Nope. Yep. They're different? Yeah, no, I figured it'd be good to have them different. But it'd definitely be that thing that when you get a new ship, about like babying it the first time, couple times you go out doing easier missions, just so like you and your friends can kind of learn,
Empty collectors to retrieve it.
Purging the materia filters.
you know, like what's where in the ship and all that. Alright, so we got the Desolate Moon. That's the main objective.
Entering jump space. Hold on to your helmet.
Alright. You wish your group of friends would be into this? Yeah, I mean, it's kind of one of those things that, like, the group of friends who used to always play games of the past, I think this wouldn't be their cup of tea anyways.
Destroy the ships protecting it before boarding.
So I don't have a group of people I think would necessarily be...
I'm seeing some juicy icons on the scans. Very interesting.
I don't have a group of friends who'd be particularly into this game. Which is a bummer. But it is what it is. Because I could. They're mainly shooter normies. Yeah, now I got a bunch of friends who historically played, like, a lot of, FPS and all that.
Weapons home. Time to dance.
Materia collected. Empty collectors to retrieve.
Clearing out the materia filters.
Materia collected. Empty collectors to retrieve.
Entering the combat station.
Materia collected. Empty collectors to retrieve.
Even though it's still the mouse and keyboard space controls,
Hurry. Enemy reinforcements are on their way. Parking procedure initiated.
I say even though it has the same like mouse keyboard flight pattern that I don't really care for,
Procedure complete.
I will say the controls for this are so much better than No Man's Sky's flight model.
Joining the on-foot expedition.
Okay, and it warned us that we're on a timer. I don't know if that's actually true.
Have at you, Legion scum.
All cargo we're looking for appears to be locked inside shipping containers. I will require some time to locate and unlock them. I have located the cargo in one of the containers.
Exterminator, no problem. I'll fetch that for you. Bringing it back to the ship. Look out the trash.
Open the container and steal the cargo.
All right.
Looks like it's time to dance.
Oh, no parkour.
Look out the trash.
Okay.
Container and steal the cargo. Great. Now bring it to the ship.
Ground targets approaching. One less to worry about.
And I'm just counting on the robot to keep me covered. Probably not a safe strategy, but you know.
Looks
Oh,
like it's
meditation.
time to dance.
Alright. Gotcha, so we got 6 minutes.
Bring cargo to the ship.
Should have gone from the back where I have the cargo rack things. I need to learn my way around the ship.
That's the first crate. Keep looking for more. I have located the cargo in one of the containers.
Okay, my guess of how this is going to work is we're going to just
Buddy's right behind you.
keep grabbing container after container after container until we hit a certain number or the timer runs out.
Exterminate all Legion trash.
Open the container and steal the cargo.
Alright.
Take that, you dirty machine.
Take it to the ship.
So bring this cargo back.
Hostile forces detected. No problem at all.
Okay, should not have wasted my time on that.
Have at you, Legion scum.
So I can probably get 2 to 3 more containers.
Bring cargo to the ship. Good job.
Got your six, as they say.
I have located the cargo in one of the containers.
Absolutely. Time to take out the trash.
Okay. This will probably be a little bit more annoying to take back because I can't just jump down to stuff.
Well done. Now move it on board.
Alright. And you cannot run nearly as fast that. Hey, just ignore me, robot. We're
Looks like
cool.
it's time to dance.
It's fine.
No
Not
more
that
trash
one.
Detected.
Okay.
Good job. You can leave the sector now, or continue looking for more cargo.
More.
Joining the on-foot expedition.
We're definitely not getting all 3 of the last ones without being in a fight.
Very nice shot. One less to worry about.
Great. Now bring it to the ship.
Looks like it's time to dance.
Yeah, so I only got 25 shields, but they hold up relatively okay. I can probably sneak one more container if I push my luck.
That's another one.
Ow.
I'm with you to the bitter end if need be.
Luckily that takes shields instead of health.
I have located the cargo in one of the containers.
Time to take out the trash. I can carry that to the ship. Area secured. No more targets.
Alright. Yeah, that's a concussion. Mildly, or just an utterly snapped neck.
Well done. Now move it on board.
Have at you, Legion
Okay,
scum.
regardless of whether or not I go for the next container or not, I'm gonna have to go to the ship to defend the ship. Because looking at what we got right now, I've got 1 minute to the reinforcements, and it's taking me just a little bit over a minute to do a lap. Like, I've gotten better at it. But there's no way I make it all the way there, grab the cargo, and get back before the fighters arrive.
Well done, Atiran.
And we'll see what we're in for a fight here.
Initiating takeoff.
You know what? We can actually play this safe.
I have located the cargo in one of the containers.
Because I don't know if it's going to be like overwhelming numbers or anything like that. And we're only 1 container shy of everything we were going to get, so... Yeah, so bonus objectives looks like it probably would have given me 90 credits, and I don't even know what that first stat is. This is the point in co-op you could leave 1 or 2 people to grab that last crate while you fight them off. Yeah, no, exactly. With the co-op, you could work on multiple things at once. Alright.
Great work. You found a new component. Install it and try it out.
Is the green rank up? Is there a rank up functionality? I actually have no idea the depth of which the early access version we have right now goes.
Good to see you. Whoa, you did it! With these stabilizers, the ship is ready for an upgrade. Well done.
Restore the ship part 2.
You fly them, I repair them.
Yeah, so they have a customized tab, but that's just for the aesthetics. Alright, so I have...
How do you do?
I've prepped the ship to be restored whenever you're ready.
Upgrade the ship.
Credit clips hold suspended materia, making them valuable even after the corruption. Keep an eye out for them. Sure, have a look.
Okay, so we can upgrade it. So now it's less destroyed.
Now that the ship is restored, we should focus our efforts on finding the Resistance Coalition.
I'm detecting a lot of activity in jump space, but we must assume most of it will be Legion ships. If you want me to scan for Coalition communications specifically, You'll need to connect me to a broad-spectrum superluminal communications interceptor.
I can build that. But to hook you up, I'll need a Telmari Systems interface unit. I think Vosk has one. Probably using it for one of his projects. See if you can persuade him to part with it.
Okay, so we get lots of missions. Alright, but now if we look at our resources, I've got 8 of the, whatever the M stuff is, that I can then use to do upgrades. And it's got the different shapes for all these things. Direct phase engine, sector sensors. Now, if I were to upgrade it, I would have some of my power protected and unprotected. I'm assuming protected power means when we take damage, those stay online no matter what, versus unprotected means when we take damage, you know, systems can go down. The auxiliary generator would let me have more space on my generator. And it'll also give me 2 protected spots. The special weapon would just make it have higher base damage and a slightly faster reload time. This one reduces its ammo consumption while also doing those things. Alright, and the engine... Yeah, so all of them are mostly incremental improvements. I feel like this one gives me the most leverage. Because if I upgrade to the MK2, it's adding 4 more slots onto my auxiliary power to use with. Versus that one is going to add protected slots, but the same number of slots will be available. Cool, and then the next upgrade would be like 20. Interesting. We could run over here to you.
What? Oh, a Telmari interface unit? Yes, I have it. But you will have to give me something in return. On your next excursion, you will find a new addition to your ship. An artifact cabinet. There it has already reluctantly allowed me to install it for you. Place any artifacts you find within the cabinet. This will preserve them for my studies, as jump space travel will otherwise render the artifacts useless to me. In addition, it will allow Iris to temporarily make use of whatever powers the artifacts may hold. Could be useful on your missions, yes? Bring those artifacts to me, and Berit will get the Telmari interface unit that she desires.
Okay, so more than likely those are probably temporary buffs.
Hey, you're back! Whenever you're out there, please haul back as much loot as you can. My trade supply is still limited at best. Every credit worth of salvage really helps.
Okay.
While I'm working on the comms interceptor, you should focus on upgrading our components as much as possible.
Yeah, so it looks like basic...
You'll need materia ingots. I can fuse some materia I extract from the ship after you return from a successful mission. Some excursions will yield more ingots than others, so keep that in mind when choosing your next mission.
So I'm curious... I haven't explored the base much. I'm curious if we, They mentioned the artifacts. So the way it looks like the artifacts probably work is it's probably an item that you can use to either, like, slot to customize your ship or, like, a temporary bonus so you can go, oh, I want to go on this mission. Oh, I'm going to get trashed here. Yeah, so let's go ahead and we'll slot in the artifact that gives me, you know, more defense or more speed or more whatever or what, you know, all that stuff. Yeah, they've deliberately made it so I don't believe you can actually get to your ship. You can just view it. Excellent. So I wanted to just look at that. Yeah, it looks like the rest of the base doesn't have a whole lot going on for it yet. And it could be that as we go on, we get more and more stuff here, so you end up getting more and more people involved. Cool. Alright, so I think I'm going to just peer at that locker thing. We also have tons of credits that I have not really seen a use for it. Okay. I'm worried that's going to trigger DCMA. Alright.
Interesting. There are some interesting options for our next expedition.
Yeah, and then the assumption here is it continue to expand more and more and more. I wonder what, because when you start the game, it's like, hey, this is an early version of the game, all that sort of stuff. And I'm curious, very genuinely, like, where the limit is on this. Because I assume you cannot fully play through the entire game and beat it yet. Would be my guess. My guess is we probably finish like 1 or 2 of these sectors. And then probably after that point, it's like, hey, you know, that's what's in the game right now. I've also noticed we don't have all this other area over here revealed. And maybe that's what the limitation is that's just not available yet. It could also be that I don't get availability of those till we get unlocks. But yeah, so it is interesting that we have controlled by contested, so one would assume we would gradually take control of the system. But that's controlled by the Legion. And I can't go into there yet. Alright, so basically where I'm at right now is I very much am enjoying this game, but I'm hesitant to push really far and to check out a ton of stuff right now, because it is early access. I know I can't finish everything, yada yada. It looks like in the current iteration, as far as I can tell talking to Barrett here, that we only have 2 ships available. My assumption is there will be more. But I have really enjoyed this game, and it's definitely a game I'd want to check out more of. I'm not sure how much I would stream this game just because of the massive departure from my normal content. I don't play like much in the way of first-person shooters or very heavy action games and all that. This is a game that I could see burning a ridiculous amount of like time with like a group of friends or whatever. Probably more when it's complete than early on. Like it's the same kind of thing would do like if someone was willing to play like Helldivers. It's just a game you can jump in and do a bunch of stuff. Or for me, Warframe. Now granted, I feel like Warframe is a little bit more one-player friendly versus this very much does appear to skew towards the intention that you're multiplaying. Buddy does help out a great deal. They very clearly have Buddy kind of fill in the gaps for you a lot where Buddy just magic stuff up. Like I said, I don't think Buddy's actually going down the stairs and then going to the area to empty out the little hopper or anything. I think it's just hand-waving that you're flying and then just Buddy's off camera and things get done. I could be wrong about that. It just sometimes felt like he was very, very fast at responding. Faster than I expect. I was also kind of low-key expecting when we were picking up these guns. I did notice there wasn't a way to like really... I mean, you can put down your weapons. Oh, maybe the railgun's a heavy weapon. Yeah, so I'm assuming there's some limit on the number of guns I can carry, but we kept being able to carry more and more. I was kind of expecting it to be, you have your sidearm you can always fall back on, and then like maybe a primary or secondary weapon, but then I kept getting more. So I'm unclear how that works. With that said, what I think we're going to end up doing here in just a minute, I'm going to go ahead and we'll probably switch to Little Rocket Lab. I have enjoyed this game, but again, the hesitation with it being early access, early alpha, that kind of stuff, I've gotten to the point that unless I can finish a game, I usually just like to dip my toe in and be like, is this something I want to pay attention to? Yeah, let's do more of it. Or there's also been times I jumped into an early access game and gone, this is bad. And not done this. This is definitely one that I'm in the side there. But you can very clearly tell it's intended to be multiplayer because, like, literally the whole time over there on the bottom of the screen here, it's like, invite your friends. And then when I hit escape, it's looking at your crew for multiplayer. It's meant to be played multiplayer. Very genuinely, this is meant for multiplayer. So with that said, what I'm going to go ahead and do is, if you're watching over on the YouTube side, So my hesitation I'm running into right now, it's like 10 minutes a little bit too early for me to take my break for Tomb to be home. You know what? Tomb might actually be home earlier. What I'm going to go ahead and do is, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and check and see if real fast I could figure out when Tomb's supposed to be home to know when I'm actually doing that, because this is an overtime day, so she might have weird hours. But I'm trying to figure out my break here real fast. And the only reason that's relevant is if I take a break now while I'm switching games anyways, or if I need to, like, delay that, which honestly by the time I look this up it might even be there. Oh man, it's I don't have her schedule handy. That's fine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my break now, my 5-ish minute break that I usually take on the stream for when Tomb gets home. I'm gonna take it now. We'll switch the games, and all that. We're gonna be checking out Little Rocket Lab, but we'll get all that flipped over, and we'll do that for probably the rest of the stream and all that. But yeah, no, I definitely have